Welcome back to the Gumbo Podcast. I'm your host, Richie Rich, aka King Richard, aka Polo Rich, aka Brother Richard, aka the New Orleans East Beast. James Carville and Stephen A. Smith. James Carville is a political advisor, and Stephen A. Smith is a sports professional analyst. Let's say analyst. So I'm going to speak first to Lamont, because listening at those two argue about anything, in this case politics, which James Carville claims to know what he's talking about. So let's talk to Lamont first. Stephen A. Smith, you are the reason that the Democrats, or that you're the reason that they lost. Number one, you admitted that you voted for Kamala Harris. Admittedly, well, not admittedly, the world, the United States has shown you that she was not a good candidate. Now you coming around. So why don't you do this? James Carville is right in the sense that you need to stay in your lane, okay? You've nurtured a career in sports. How? I don't know. You average like 1 point something point a game or whatever, and you're talking, and you're on here critiquing Brownie. See, that's the problem I have, okay? You're not capable to do the job that you're critiquing. That's number one. Number two, this is what we want to know from you. But let me, first of all, this is what we want to know from you. Why, as a grown man, were you following around a child critiquing him? Kwame Brown. Y'all go watch Kwame Brown. Daps to him, because he pulled your coattail a long time ago. He told us about you a long time ago. Kwame Brown was a child, 16-year-old, playing basketball, trying to form opinions and trying to find his way in this world of men. And you did him a extreme disservice. You owe him a personal apology. What Kwame Brown told us was, for those who don't know, Kwame Brown came out of the NBA. He came into the NBA right out of high school. So, he had a job to do, right? He had some shoes to fill, so to speak, to come into the NBA as a child like that. Stephen A. Smith did everything he can to tear this man down. And the reason Kwame Brown say you did that was to help the NBA and your bosses, the power that be, keep the NBA the entity that it was. You didn't want kids coming out of high school playing, right? They had to go to college and play, because that was cutting into the program and the cycle and the program they set up. But you love LeBron, though, don't you? I guess they changed your mind. They didn't like Kwame Brown because, I don't know. Or you ain't like Kwame Brown because he made too much money. He was a child, and all you did was run your mouth to cut his contract down, which is what you do, which is how you get paid. You get paid to critique basketball players historically, to cut their contract down. Cut their contract down. So what bad can I say about Allen Iverson? What bad, that was supposed to be your friend and you turned on him. What bad can I say about whoever to cut their contracts down? Okay? It just so happens that now they'd rather have females doing it than you, bro. I guess, you weren't feminine enough. You feminine, but you weren't feminine enough. So James Carville is right in the sense that you have no idea what you're talking about. You just flip-flop and you just saying whatever you hear somebody else say to gain favor. So the Republicans won, so now you're a Republican fan. When the Democrats win next time, you're going to be a Democrat fan. You're a fool, sir, and you're the reason why Democrats are losing. You couldn't possibly run and get 1 point. You wouldn't get 0.1% of the vote, let alone a percent of the vote. So no, you could not run for nothing. Because guess what? You're not like us, homie. It is no way we'll get on there and run these people down so they can lower their so that the rich owners of the NBA can lower these people contract. Why nobody don't ever say the owners make too much? They don't make too much, but the players make too much. Stephen A. Smith, you're sad. Tell us why you was following Kwame Brown around all that time. That's what I want to know. Why were you following a child around the United States saying how bad he was? Labeled a man, what they was calling him, a scrub or something, whatever, bust. How the hell you a bust? You're a millionaire in the NBA. You are a bust, sir, and you're being exposed, and you see your time running out where you are, so you want to try to carve another niche. That's the only part that seems to be not stupid, carving another niche. However, you should have been did that. You might have been better at it than you are at predictive sports, okay? James Carville. Now, for whoever can't take a bad word, right? Don't listen to James Carville and go ahead and turn this off because I'm about to speak in James Carville language. That's my homeboy. I'm from Louisiana, yeah? James Carville, you are a fucking asshole, okay? Why in the world would anybody listen at your old decrepit ass stuck in the 1960s and 70s? Talking about go backwards? You, sir, want to go backwards, okay? So let's look at your history. You gave us Hillary Clinton, she lost. You gave us Joe Biden, he was a disaster, and then he lost. You gave us Kamala Harris, she lost. And you still supporting that BS about some, I don't know what woke mean, but if it means that women playing in men's sports, I'm not woke. I saw you on Sean Hannity and you said something about nobody's worrying about that. That's why y'all lost. Nobody's worrying about women in trans sports. We worrying about healthcare. Guess what? We could chew gum and walk, sir. You're an asshole. And all you do is get your foul mouth, decrepit old behind up there and curse. Like that means something. That means you know what you're talking about. You're embarrassing us. You are an embarrassment to Louisiana. You're an embarrassment to LSU. Other than you give them some, what you call it? You put eyes on them. Other than that, you're an embarrassment, sir. You done picked a loser 3 times. And now we supposed to listen at you. You was the same one championing Joe Biden. Oh, he just a spring chicken is me. Well, you are a decrepit fool just like Biden. Joe Biden don't know his behind from a hole in the ground, sir. That's who you were supporting. You supported Hillary Clinton and cheated against Bernie Sanders. And that's how we got Donald Trump the first time. Or that's how y'all got Donald Trump the first time. I ain't got no problem with the man from what he doing now. Okay? But y'all had me against him the first time too. You supported Kamala Harris. And even now you want to go back and say, well, she didn't have the right message. Bruh, she had no message. You didn't articulate a message. You keep losing. And I guess people say, well, Brother Richard, what you know? I mean, King Richard, I know how the people are voting. If you go back and check my videos, you'll see what I said about Kamala Harris and the party. And I wasn't beating her up. I said she need to answer questions. And she's not saying nothing. You feel me? My daddy used to say sometimes you got to do something even if it's wrong. You got to do something, right? So, yes, we are concerned about health care. Yes, we are concerned about, yes, yeah. Okay. We are concerned about a lot of that. However, Mr. James Decrepit Carville, if you've picked a loser 3 times, you getting on television cussing don't mean all of a sudden you know what you're talking about. Again, you gave us Hillary Clinton, she lost. You gave us Joe Biden, he wound up losing. You gave us Kamala Harris, she lost. Why are we listening at you? Because you curse? You older than Donald Trump. we're going to have to pull some of you into the future, okay? Because you think that your message from the Bill and Hillary Clinton days is still a valid argument. Why didn't you nurture some of the younger people to follow the principles that you believed in, to come behind you and give that message? Nobody wants to listen to a foul-mouthed, old, decrepit fool who's lost 3 times, get on there and cuss like he know what he talking about. You ain't have no business really cussing that man out. So I'll give Stephen A. Smith that. At least he showed you the respect. I don't care. You heard me? You know, I don't have the voice he have, and, you know, I don't care. Okay, I ain't trying to nurture none of that. You feel me? I'm not trying to nurture and cater to men who want to go in the women's locker room and play on the basketball court with him. And for you to get on Sean Hannity and say nobody's worrying about that, y'all still not getting it. It's not the fact that that was affecting so many. It's the mentality, sir. Who wants their daughter in the ring boxing with a man? Who want them on the volleyball court getting spiked in the face with a ball by a man? You have to have enough courage to say, we don't want that. And I promise you, look, I have love for whatever your alphabet is. I don't want to know. I have love for whatever you feel like you are. You feel me? I gave a story. I had somebody in my life that was making a transition. I don't know where they at now. You feel me? I had genuine love for them. I think, you know, I make people feel awkward because, I don't know, I'm just real like that. I'm not participating in your delusion. My son come in the door talking about he feel like he a banana. I'm going to say, but get your behind out of here. You hear me? When did we start indulging people's mental problems? When Obama got in office, I guess, huh? So, look, that's all I want to say right quick. Like, listening to James Carville and Stephen A. Smith argue is like listening at Fred and Lamont Sanford, okay? Both of y'all some big dummies. Thanks for listening to the Gumbo Podcast. Check me out on the next one.